Hello everyone, this is Dr. Pooja Dalal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll discuss the gland pancreas. So what kind of gland is pancreas? Pancreas is a mixocrine gland. It is also known as heterocrine gland. What is the meaning of that? Mixocrine or heterocrine means it is both endocrine as well as exocrine gland. Again, it is both endocrine as well as exocrine gland. That means it is ducted as well as ductless gland. The duct part of pancreas secretes a enzyme which is known as pancreatic enzyme, which helps in the digestion and poured during digestion into the duodenum part. So basically that is the digesting part. So it helps in digestion. So that is exocrine part which secretes the pancreatic juice which is carried by the pancreatic duct. So it is the ducted part and which helps in digestion. Second is the ductless part. So the ductless part of the gland consists a special type of hormone secreting cells which are known as islets of Langerhans. And these islets of Langerhans has three different parts of cells: the alpha cell, the beta cell and the delta cell. Alpha cell secretes glucagon, beta cell secretes insulin and delta cell secretes somatostatin. So only insulin and glucagon is in the syllabus. Somatostatin is not in the syllabus. Just listen to it, just ignore it. But so insulin and glucagon. We'll talk about insulin and glucagon now. Insulin is a hormone which is secreted by the beta cells. Very important question for one marker. Insulin is a hormone secreted by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans. So what does insulin does? It checks the blood sugar level in our body. And how does it check? It checks by two principal ways. See, look at the diagram. This is the pancreas I have drawn. This is the liver. So pancreas secretes two type of hormone. One is insulin and second is glucagon. Insulin is secreted by beta cells, whereas glucagon is secreted by the alpha cells. Now, first of all, we'll talk about insulin. Now, insulin is secreted by beta cells and it checks the blood sugar level in two different ways. First, after the eating of the food, that is after the digestion, the blood sugar level increases in our body. So after digestion, that is when we eat food, there is a high blood sugar level. So what does it do? It promotes the beta cells to secrete insulin. So the insulin is secreted and insulin does two works here. First of all, it stimulates the glucose uptake by the tissue cells or by various different body cells. So first of all, whatever amount of our body requires the glucose utilization, that much glucose is taken up. So, and second is the excess of glucose is secreted and it stimulates the glycogen formation. So excess of glucose, suppose we eat excess food. So excess of glucose is stored in the form of glycogen. Where? In the liver and in our muscles. So whenever we are doing fasting or whenever we require, there is a low glucose level. So this glycogen is utilized by our body in emergency actually. Again, two ways. There are two different ways how the insulin basically regulates the blood sugar level. It checks the blood sugar level. First way is it stimulates the glucose uptake by the tissue cells. And how much glucose uptake is taken? Whatever amount our body requires. And second, the excess of glucose is converted into the glycogen, and that glycogen is basically stored in the liver and in our muscles. So this is the way, two ways in which the beta cell releasing hormone, that is insulin, regulates or check our blood sugar level. These are the two ways, and hence it lowers the blood sugar level. Again, a fast recap. See, once you have taken the food, so after digestion there is a high blood glucose level. So once the glucose level or the sugar level becomes higher in our blood, what happens? The signal goes to the pancreas and there the beta cells gets initiated. So the beta cell promotes the insulin release and then insulin release will check the glucose level or the blood sugar level in our body in two principal ways. First, whatever amount our body requires the glucose or the sugar level, that much is taken up by the tissue cells. And second, the excess of glucose is converted into the glycogen and it is stored in our liver and muscles. So this is how the insulin acts. Now, insulin has two types of deficiency in our body. One, if insulin is secreted in little amount, so little decrease in the insulin level will cause a condition which is known as hyposecretion of insulin, and slight increase will lead to a condition which is hypersecretion of insulin. So basically it leads to a disease which is known as diabetes mellitus, and there is a high blood sugar level in our blood and obviously in the urine. So urine is loaded with lots of sugar in diabetes mellitus. So this is a condition, normally we call it a diabetes, or we say diabetic patient, but please learn the entire name, diabetes mellitus. I talked about second diabetes insipidus in ADH hormone. So here it is diabetes mellitus. There are three different types of symptoms here. You learn with 3P, polyphasia, polypepsia and polydipsia, polyuria actually, and third is polyuria. Lots of urine loaded with sugar. The patient passes lots of urine loaded with the sugar. Second, he eats lots of, he feels very hungry, so he eats food. And third, he feels very thirsty also. And fourth, he becomes weak. So these are some symptoms of diabetic patient. And how will you treat it? You will treat by administrating insulin, but you have to take insulin the entire life. I told you that hormonal effects are everlasting and they are long lasting. They are not curable, but then you have to take the medicine in the form of insulin, either the medicine form or you have to administer it injectable form. So you can take it orally, or if the glucose level becomes very high, then we give the injectable insulin to the patient. And if the insulin becomes less, then it leads to a condition which is known as hypoglycemia, that is low blood sugar level. And that is a condition that is also a very difficult condition, because even for few minutes, if the blood sugar level goes very low, then the patient can enter into coma. And this is a condition which happens to the insulin administrating patient also. With the diabetes mellitus, if the insulin level becomes too low, then the patient can enter into a state of coma. So they always, you must have heard that diabetic patients are always advised to keep a sugar candy or maybe some form of biscuits or maybe a chocolate or a sugar candy. Always with them they keep, because when they feel very low, then they just take a bite, prompt bite. If taken, they become normal again. So this is insulin. So basically what you have to do for insulin, with cell secretes insulin, beta cells, one marker, very important. Insulin, what is the function of insulin? It checks the blood sugar level by two principal ways. What are the two principal ways that you have to memorize? And second, diabetes mellitus. It leads to a condition which is diabetes mellitus. And what are the symptoms that you just have to memorize? Second thing is glucagon. So there are different cells which are alpha cells. These alpha cells secretes another hormone which is glucagon. Please mind the spelling. It is Glucagon. Very important. So alpha cells secretes another hormone which is known as glucagon. And when does it secretes? When the blood sugar becomes low. So while fasting, or suppose I have not had food, like since morning I have not eaten something, so till the evening obviously my energy level goes down, so I may feel a low blood sugar level. So it promotes, the alpha cell promotes the glucagon release. And what does this glucagon does? It stimulates the glycogen breakdown in the liver. So, and it converts into the glucose and hence raises the blood sugar level, and we feel normal after some time. Okay, again, glucagon, what does glucagon does? The excess of glucose which was stored in the form of glycogen, that is broken down into the glucose, and then the blood sugar level rises and we become normal after some time. So this is the way how glucagon works. So in pancreas only this much is there. So we'll discuss the one marker question. First one marker question, very important. They directly ask, name a mixocrine gland. Mixocrine gland is also known as heterocrine. Hetero is a word for, hetero means both. It is endocrine as well as exocrine. It is ducted as well as ductless. So name a mixocrine gland, pancreas. Name a gland which is both exocrine, endocrine, again pancreas. Okay, name a group of hormone secreting cells, special cells which are there, very important for 1 mark. It's islets of Langerhans. Sometimes you can pronounce it islets of Langerhans, just to memorize the spelling. So it is ISLETS, so and Langerhans. Then name the cells which secretes insulin, so it is beta cell. Name the cell which secretes glucagon, it is alpha cell. How beta cell works, how alpha cell works, and how glucagon and insulin they check our or maintain our blood sugar level. So these are the questions which they ask, and they ask about diabetes mellitus. Okay, now write dictation. First of all, you write pancreas. I have seen many students writing the spelling for pancreas, Pancreas, and they put E. It's not E. It's till S, pancreas. Okay, so first write pancreas. Second, islets of Langerhans. Third, you write alpha cell, beta cell, insulin, glucagon, diabetes mellitus. Okay, so these are few words for dictation. They are not very tough, but this gland is normally asked. So this much I'll talk today, and in my next video I will just discuss. I will start with the definitions actually. So I am planning to bring maybe 10 to 15 definitions. I'll just check it whether I can finish 10 or 15 or maybe 20 definitions at one time. So I will just see that, and till that time please revise pancreas gland. So thank you.